How's everybody doing tonight? Are you excited about the break? I'm excited about the break because you know what? We have got a lot of fun stuff to open tonight. And I'm going to put the spreadsheet up and show all of that in just a minute. But before we do that, hey, I got stuck with a team tonight. I want to see if anybody's interested in it. And that is the Miami Dolphins in the 2017 Plates and Patches full case break. It's, another one of those fun times where someone bids and then they kind of immediately send you a message and let you know they're not going to pay for it, in which case you're like, why did you bid to begin with? Anyway, they supposedly made a mistake in their bid amount. I don't really know how you do that when you have to confirm it like 3 or 4 times. But I guess, hey, it can happen. Apparently it did. So if anybody wants them, yeah, they're available. Nick, are you saying you want the Dolphins in plates and patches? Because if you are, brother, I will put you in there right now and slap you right in that spreadsheet, and I will just invoice you after the fact by way of, PayPal money request. Awesome, man. You are my hero. Thank you so much. That makes me very happy. Nick, I hope you hit like a massive hit in the Dolphins for helping me out and picking this up. So I'm plugging you in there right now. Yay, thank you. Makes me happy. All right, guys, so let's take a look here at what we have got on tap tonight. Hi, Kian's dad. I know I saw your user ID, man, and I hadn't seen you in a while. I wondered where you had been. So this is kind of the order that we're breaking in tonight, guys, what you see here. So all of the one box breaks are coming up first, which is the 2010 Plates and Patches, 2013 Playbook, 2012 Top Supreme, 16 Black Gold, and then a Gold Rush football jersey. Now, that sounds like a lot of stuff, but most of these boxes only have 4 or 5 cards in them. Black Gold probably has the most, maybe has 10 or so in it, 10 or 12. So that's not going to take very long. So if you are here for the plates and patches full case break, don't wander off too far. You'll have maybe 20 minutes or something, and we'll be probably about that starting on yours. So pay attention there, guys, to your shipping date. Of course, most of our breaks tonight are free shipping, and as most of you know, on the free shipping stuff, I ship it out once every 5 to 6 days. Sooner sometimes if you have another package going in the meantime. So the bulk of our breaks tonight are going to ship out on Tuesday the 20th. The exception, of course, is plates and patches because that one is a paid shipping break. So it's going to go out most likely on Saturday. And if you're in one of these early breaks, please pay attention here. What happens if your team is not pulled and you hit nothing? This talks about when those consolation cards would typically be sent, etc. So please take a moment to review that if you're in one of these early breaks, because not every team is going to hit in those. Next up, let's take a look real quickly at what's coming up in the days ahead. This is stuff that is already listed on eBay and will be ending over the course of the next 5 days. All of this is already up and available for bidding. You see we're going to have Select Football tomorrow night on its release night. We've got a couple more breaks of Select Football, a couple more breaks of Plates and Patches Football, and all kinds of older products mixed in, as well as memorabilia, etc. And then thank you, everybody. I always appreciate everyone bidding with me and breaking with me. And a quick reminder that all of my feedback is 100% automated on eBay. That's to keep it all timely, so you get your feedback instantly when you leave positive feedback for me. So that just reminds you of that. Or reminds me to tell you that because, I don't know if everybody has their feedback automated, but I've had mine that way for several years. So first up tonight, guys, is 2010 Panini Plates and Patches Football. This is break number 22, so the 22nd time we have broken it. It ended tonight, February the 15th. We're live streaming it tonight, February the 15th, starting at 10 Eastern. And our team names are on the left. You'll see across from it your name in lights as the winning bidder. And if this isn't your break, of course, you're going to get a chance to see your name across from your team when we get to your break. And again, all these early ones, they don't take very long. So not to worry if you're in one of the later breaks. We go through these pretty quickly. I did take autofocus off and the background did go out of focus, but that is intentional. We're going to be able to see our cards up nice and close, so don't worry about that there. Okay, guys, you know I love some plates and patches of all years, and I'm about to make somebody pretty happy, I think, with that card on the top. But in 2010, our card on the top is an encased card, as many of you know. So it's already there in a little one-touch. It's always a rookie. And this one looks like it's going to be a pretty good one tonight. How about some Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos? Oh, yeah. That's a good one. It is hard signed. It's not a sticker, but of course, you know, it was signed on something that was inserted into the card. You got a piece of material there. It's white, so it kind of blends in, but it is there. And it is numbered to 699. So Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. Boom. Nice way to start off 2010 plates and patches. And you know what I just realized? Yeah, I didn't lay any sleeves over here, so let me grab those. And that way we can get everything in here as we go. So everything in plates and patches is numbered. So Arian Foster here for the Texans, he is numbered to 499. You got to remember all this older stuff. It was super common for things to be numbered really high like that. Not so today, of course. Kellen Winslow Jr. to 499 for the Buccaneers. Anthony Dixon for the Niners. That one's numbered to 100. We have for the Patriots, Taylor Price, rookie blitz insert. And Taylor is numbered to what? 299. Well, we have a Gronkowski, but it's not the one you wanted. We have Chris Gronkowski for the Dallas Cowboys. That one is a sticker auto, and it's numbered to 449. Well, I shouldn't say it's not the one you wanted. If it's the Cowboys, you know, it might be the one you want. I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, we might have been hoping for a Rob Gronkowski instead. However, Giants, hello, how about that? A little Eli Manning sticker auto city limits insert. That's going to be low numbered. Yeah, it's to 15. So Giants with a nice Eli Manning hit. And yeah, that is some bang for your buck, Giants. I like that. Oh boy, this is pretty. This is really a pretty patch. I can't say the guy's last name, Scaife, and I've seen it a million times, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I never have. But his name is Bo. This is numbered to 35. It's for the Titans, and I think that is a really cool patch that is most likely part of the logo, right? I mean, that's what it looks like to me anyway. So far we're doing quite well in this little box of plates and patches. And then Golden Tate coming out for the Seahawks with the relic hit and numbered to 299. And I am not liking the way our focus looks right now, so I think I kind of adjusted it too far in one direction or the other. So give me a second here, and I'm going to try to tweak that just a little bit. I'm going to see if that makes it better or worse or the same in terms of looking at these. Up close is better, farther away is worse. So I'm going to make one more little change here and try to find our sweet spot. That's the unfortunate part of taking autofocus off, but I still think that's the better choice. So to recap 2010 plates and patches, Golden Tate, Seahawks, 299. Bo, whose last name I cannot pronounce, for the Tennessee Titans, 235. Sweet little Eli Manning for the Giants, numbered to 15. Not in too bad a shape, really. A little bit of, you know, edge and corner stuff, which is pretty typical. Chris Gronkowski, Cowboys, to 449. And then our sweet little Demaryius Thomas, that's our encased rookie out of here, to $6.99 for the Broncos. So 2010 Plates and Patches is in the books. That's going to move us into, I think, Playbook. Playbook next, I think it is. And let me get our spreadsheet set back up here. Because you know I'm going to throw this up before every break. Because people tune in and out. And also, you know what? Half the time, people don't read what you have up there. Or listen. Or both. So maybe somewhere along the way, you'll catch it. But if you're in this break, please take a moment to review both your shipping dates and what happens if you don't pull a card in this break. And that's going to buzz us right on into 2013 Panini Playbook. This is break number 17. Like our other items, it ended tonight, February the 15th. We're live streaming it tonight. And it's a pretty good configuration of Playbook. You know, over the years, they messed around with the configuration so many times in terms of, well, really all of it. The hits that you would get, the number of hits, the types of hits, the number of cards. I mean, it was all just, seems like they changed it every single year. But 2013 was one of the better years where you get four hits per box, and at least 2 of them are booklets, and they're usually pretty nice looking stuff out of 13 Playbook. And I was sad that they didn't make Playbook for 2017. I don't really know. I mean, I guess they didn't because it seems like there's always some left over. So maybe they just said, heck with it. You know, we always have some left, so we're not going to make it anymore. I don't know. Maybe. But I like Playbook. I would like to have had it in 2017. Uh-oh, we might have a good one coming up there. Well, they're all good, right? There's no such thing as a bad hit. Yeah, I'm kidding. We all know there are hits we like better than others. But but when you have the team, there's no such thing as a bad hit. That's for sure. Because you always would rather have something than nothing. This is to 299. It is Marcus Davis for the Jets. Barkevius Mingo is coming out for the Browns to 99. Nice little Arian Foster. That one for the Texans. Just a base card, but, you know, we like it. We like it anyway. Joseph Randle for the Dallas Cowboys. And that is a nice patch, nice big piece of material. Another patch over here. This is numbered to 271. My only complaint about this is, you know, it's hard signed, but you can see they had them hard sign a clear piece of something that they then inserted into the card. So you end up losing a good portion of the autograph with some people, which was the case there with the Joseph Randle. And now Pittsburgh Steelers with Le'Veon Bell. And why couldn't that have been signed? Should have been the opposite way, right? Le'Veon signed and Joseph Randle not. But anyway, Steelers are probably still happy to have a Le'Veon Bell rookie hit to 199. 2 nice big pieces of material there. So we'll recap starting with the one that's in my hand. Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers. Joseph Randle for the Cowboys. Again, this is 2013 Playbook. Barkevius Mingo for the Browns. And then Marcus Davis for the Jets. And of course, we had the Texans just base card that wasn't numbered or anything. So 2013 Playbook wrapped up. The real Scott Marshall, howdy, howdy, back to you. Nice to see you tonight. How you been? Hanging in there, hopefully. And let me get back on the right page. All right, here we go. So once again, if you're in this break, please take a moment to review the information on here. It gives you your ship date as well as what happens if your team does not pull a card. This next, kind of excited about. This is 2012 Supreme Football. Well, you guys know I like Topps Supreme because I open it all the time. But I haven't been able to find any 2012 in a while. So I was happy to find this tonight. And hopefully we're going to pull something nice out of it. Had a couple teams that didn't sell. That's the Chiefs and the Chargers. Actually, I guess there's another one down there, the Jets. So we had 3 teams that didn't sell. if anything comes out for one of those teams, of course, it's going to just hang out here with me and join the massive pile of cards that I have yet to sort, despite saying I'm going to sort it for the last 2 years. And yeah. So let's hope then that it goes out to you instead of being one of the teams that is mine, which would mean it would join this massive mountain of stuff that I have to eventually sort before it falls over and crushes us all, which is about what's ready to happen. So this is numbered to, I think that says 462, which is super weird numbering, but that's what it appears to be. It is for the Seahawks with Robert Turbin. Jordy Nelson for the Packers. That is numbered to 96. So it's all about having cards numbered to really odd quantities tonight, apparently. Hakeem Nicks for the Giants. That is numbered to 462. And all of these, the numbering is kind of not really, it's kind of worn off sort of in places. It's not well imprinted or stamped or whatever you want to call it. The numbers are not, they don't look exactly right on these cards. They're kind of partially there and partially not on all of them. So a little unusual, especially for tops. This is numbered to 5. It's for the Jaguars, and it's Justin Blackmon. And you've got 4 material swatches there. 3 of them are 2-color. They're all pretty nice looking. And, of course, numbered to 5 is nice with your Justin Blackmon rookie hit for the Jags. So, you know, I was hoping we were going to just find Andrew Luck in there. We didn't find Andrew Luck, but still always good to open Topps Supreme. So that's going to bring us up to, why can I not get my mouse where it needs to go? That is going to bring us to 2016 Black Gold Football. Of course, we open that pretty regularly. And once again, there's your anticipated shipping date, Tuesday. And please take a moment to review what happens if you don't pull a card in here. This is the 30th time that we have broken 2016 Panini Black Gold Football. So we've had a few, well, we've had a lot of good hits out of there. Lately, we've been on a Carson Wentz run. Pulled Carson out of here several times recently in various forms. And the Eagles really didn't go for a whole lot tonight. So somebody might be in for, you know, a good hit. Same thing with the Rams. So if Jared Goff or Carson Wentz, either one, come out, you've got a pretty good bargain tonight. And of course, the Cowboys always sell well in 2016 anything, because you got a couple of shots there to pull out Dak and or Zeke. Lately, I've pulled more Zeke out of here than I have Dak. Pulled a few Zekes recently. Not as many of Dak. Of course, redemption for Zeke, usually. Some materials aren't, but signatures usually are. Everything in black gold is numbered. I'm sure you guys know that by now. But this is Cam Newton to 225 golden arms for the Panthers. The other thing about these is there are usually some issues with edges and corners having, you know, chipping and wear. Brandon Marshall to 100 for the Broncos. Some more so than others, but I think it just in general tends to show up more because of the, you know, cards being black. DeMarco Murray to 100 for the Titans. Ryan Matthews to 225 for the Eagles. Michael Thomas for the Saints. That is the Motherlode triple materials. It's numbered to, what does that say? Why can't I get it facing the right way? 199 on Michael Thomas. Oh, wow. Bill Parcells. There's one you don't see very often. Definitely some chipping and wear, guys. You can see kind of on all 4 of the corners. Well, not as much on that one as on the other 3, but definitely a little bit of chipping on there, a little bit of wear. But I don't think anybody's going to complain. Bill Parcells is pretty cool pull for the Cowboys. That is numbered to 99. I like that hit. I hope whoever has the Cowboys likes it because I personally think that's pretty cool. Packers. How about Bart Starr? That's going to be one of our team symbols or something like that. It is a Hall of Fame symbol, actually, and it is numbered to 25 for Mr. Bart Starr for the Packers. Next up, we have a quad memorabilia card, and this is Jordan Howard, Alex Collins, Wendell Smallwood, and DeAndre Washington. So for somebody to take this card outright, you would, oh, those are nice. It's numbered to 49. You would have to own 3 of the 4 teams. We'll go to the spreadsheet in a moment. If anyone owns 3 of the 4, which would be, would take 3 to own 51 or more %, then you would take the card outright. If not, we'll enter it into random, and it would be entered in as Bears, Seahawks, Eagles, Raiders, and then we would hit random 3 times, and wherever we ended up on the 3rd and final time would tell us who takes that home. Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins, numbered to 99. Metallic Marks, which is one of my favorite cards in this series because they're so nice. They're so clean looking, and I like the metallic marks in here. Eagles, Wendell Smallwood. That is to 249 with the Motherlode materials. They always have, this card design has that kind of like smoky sort of look in the background. And it always looks to me like it's smudged, like it's somebody's fingerprint or something. I don't really understand why they designed those cards that way, but they did. All right, guys, let's go to the spreadsheet. Once again, there are the 4 teams we're looking at, and let's see if we happen to have the same person that would own 3 of the 4. So Chicago Bears right here, Jer Miller or Millett, or yeah, I'm going to go with Jerry Millett 0. Something like that. Anyway, it's probably not right, but it's close. Maybe. Nick Pacenti, then our Philadelphia Eagles. We already know that we cannot possibly have 3 of 4. And then there's the Raiders. So we actually have 4 entirely different team owners. So we are definitely heading over to random.org for this one. And once again, just remember I'm entering them as top to bottom, starting on the left and working my way across. So that means we're headed in as Bears, Seahawks, Eagles, and Raiders. And the first 2 times that I hit random don't count, so just ignore them. So ignore that, ignore that. Here's the 3rd one. There's our 3 times. There's our date and time stamp. That card is headed to the Seahawks with the Alex Collins position. Of course, that is circled on the sleeve, not the card. So to recap, we have this quad memorabilia card that was awarded to the Seahawks by way of random. We have Wendell Smallwood, Motherlode 249 for the Eagles. Metallic Marks, Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins to 99. Nice little Bill Parcells. I still just think that's cool for the Cowboys to 99. Gold Strike autographs. Motherlode trio of materials to 199. Michael Thomas for the Saints. And then for the Packers, we have the Bart Starr Hall of Fame symbols numbered to 25. So 2016 black gold all wrapped up. We have a jersey left to do, and then we'll be in our full case of 2017 plates and patches. So if you are here for plates and patches and you've wandered off, into the other room to get a snack or something, you got a couple minutes, and then we're going to be rocking and rolling with your break. So once again, if you're in this break, please take a moment to review the information you see on the screen. This is going to ship approximately Tuesday the 20th. There's going to be 1 team that hits this jersey and 31 that don't. So please take a moment check out what happens if you are not the one who pulls the jersey. I just hit the wrong button, didn't I? I didn't mean to bring you here. I meant to bring you here. This is one 2017 Gold Rush autograph football jersey. This is the rookie update edition. This is break number 10 of a 2017 Gold Rush jersey. A couple of teams didn't sell. It was the Cardinals and the Bengals. Everybody else was adopted and has a forever home. So more than likely the jersey's going to go out to one of you. But, you know, hey, just in case it comes out for the Bengals or the Cardinals, it would end up staying here with me. But they have lots of nice hits always in Gold Rush, in my opinion. But the rookie update is one that I look forward to every year. It's kind of their second set of football jerseys. They put out one earlier in the year, and then later, you know, they'll come back and add in kind of all of our high-profile rookies will end up being put into the rotation. So Gold Rush does a nice job with their stuff in general. And who is this going to be? I don't know. I don't know who this is. I still don't know who it is, even though I see the name. So it is Roger Craig, okay? But I don't know who Roger Craig is. Is this going to be a custom jersey? Well, yes. So that means we have to go look it up because I don't know who it is. Oh, that's bad. All right, so it's Roger Craig. It's red. You know, it's maybe the 49ers. I don't know. Let's go find out. But here is your JSA authentication card, and that's going to match the little JSA authentication stickers down here, or one of them. There's a second sticker on there that says something else. And now let's go see if Roger Craig is, in fact, a 49er. Like, just based on the colors, I'm kind of thinking he is, but yeah, I don't know. So give me a hot second to get in here to NFL.com, and we're going to find that out. But I think that's who it is. Probably it's a 49er. Yeah, okay. So he played for the Niners, the Raiders, and the Vikings, and those are obviously colors of the 49ers. There's no way that's a color for the Vikings or the other ones. So, yeah. So, I guessed right. Roger Craig, 49ers. So, San Fran taking home the jersey tonight. Just make sure you find that little card when you get it in the mail, because these don't come in plastic bags like some of the brands do. So, I kind of have to wrap them in the tissue paper that they come in, and then, you know, tuck that little card in there with it. So, just make sure you find it before you toss everything out. So Plates and Patches football is up next. I guess I could put this up again, but the main thing that applies to you guys is I expect your stuff to ship Saturday. So Thursday night is tonight. Gives me Friday to sort it, and we'll get it out the door most likely on Saturday. And this is case break number 3 of Plates and Patches. And we're going to have a couple more cases of this to go. And you know, I tried to buy some more this week, and usually you can still get Plates and Patches after the fact because it just came out, what, Friday? Yeah, it just came out Friday. But guess what? There is no more to be had. Can you believe? It's sold out everywhere. So I've only got the handful of cases that I had ordered, which is, I think, 6, something like that. And then that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. You'll see one of those is highlighted, guys. That is the Miami Dolphins highlighted for Nick Mana 2. And I just made the notation as direct. He was kind enough to pick up that team for me with the bidder who decided not to pay for it. So Nick was nice and stepped in and filled that spot for me. And Nick, I'll just PayPal invoice you after the fact. And once again, man, I hope that you get some good breaking mojo for being a nice guy and picking that up. So Keaton's dad says, release the biscuits. He is all about finding some Mitch Trubisky. And you know what you missed the other night, Keaton's dad? This would have made you super happy. It was a contenders break I did with First Off the Line. It was a 3-box break. I think it was the last one I did. It's the last of the First Off the Line contenders that I had. And we pulled one of the red foil Trubisky's out of there, which he's a short print in the series, period. He's an SSP in contenders First Off the Line. And that was a beautiful card, man. It was so awesome. You would have loved it. Yeah, you definitely would have. The guy who got it was really pretty psyched about it, which understandably so. Trubisky was a hard pull in contenders. I mean, obviously they made him a short print overall, but yeah, it was, we had a really good break that night in general with that First Off the Line. We pulled a Kirk Cousins to, it was 10 or 15 or something. We pulled some really good stuff that night, but the Trubisky was probably the best. So, oh wow, you have in hand 320 different Mitch Trubisky cards, 130 different autographs. Dang, Ken's dad, you have been busy. You have been rolling, man. So how come I haven't been seeing you over here more? You got all those cards. Where are you getting them? I'm just giving you grief, man. I know you gotta spread it around, share the wealth, spread the love, whatever you want to call it. But you have 13 one-of-ones, 10 of them autographed. That is impressive. You have been busy to collect that many. How many breaks has that taken you to get all that, Ken's dad? I'm guessing a lot. Guys, I forgot to say this earlier, but if you happen to be watching live and you hear me interacting with the people in chat, but you cannot see the chat or you can't type anything in chat yourself, I believe you have to be logged in to YouTube to be able to see and participate in chat. So if you're not logged in, when you do log in, that should take care of it. If you don't have an account, you can always, make one up real quick and jump in and join us. It took you a bunch of breaks. I would say so. Couldn't even imagine. Oh, and we haven't even gotten to we haven't even gotten to Select yet, because that didn't come out till Friday, so that's going to give you a whole new chase. And then, of course, we've got National Treasures still yet to come this year. And trying to think of what else. Do we have any other 2017 football left to wrap up the end of the year besides Select on Friday and the National Treasures? Might be it. And we might be rolling into 2018 releases after that. Zachary Felton wants to know if there were any Steelers in black gold. No, I don't remember any Steelers in there. I don't even think we had Steelers base in there. Usually I remember the Steelers more than some of the other teams because that's my team too. You know, I love the Steelers. So usually I have more of a tendency to remember them than some of the others. And I don't remember any in there, Zachary. Sorry to say. All right, guys, so in this configuration, we're going to find one memorabilia card, one autograph card, one plate, a printing plate that will be a one-of-one in each pack. And somewhere in the case, we'll also have an autographed printing plate. That is a case hit. And what else was I going to tell you about this? Everything is numbered. Like all the other years of plates and patches, they don't really put out anything that isn't numbered. This is 250. Steve Largent for the Seahawks. A little AB Antonio Brown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I forgot to say what that was numbered to. It is to 99. And our plate is Jordy Nelson for the Packers. This is out of Classics Football. And of course, guys, these plates, they're all going to have wear on them, right? I mean, they're going to have scratches and all kinds of surface marks on them because they really are used in the printing process. So they're functional. They're not, they are collectible, but they're there because they serve a purpose and a function. They actually did the work. So they don't ever come out perfect. This is numbered 250. For the Saints, Michael Thomas. Had a little bit of a second color in that patch. Bucks, upper echelon, O.J. Howard. That's a nice hit. Numbered 299 on card, of course, for the Buccaneers. Looks like, yeah, we got a little bit of chipping down here, lower, well, upper and lower corners on that left-hand side. Nothing terribly outrageous, but definitely some that's there and noticeable. Matt Varner says, let's get some Steelers now. Yeah, all right, I feel you on that. You know I like my Steelers, so I'm never going to argue with getting to look at some of their cards coming out. This is to 50, Jamie Collins for the Browns. Then we have numbered 275, Calvin Johnson for the Lions. And this, guys, unless we have the same team owner for the Eagles and the Chiefs, this will end up having to go to random because we've got two different teams on here, two different players, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce out of Elite Football. So that's going to set over there until we sort it out at the end of the break. Rookie quad materials for the Buffalo Bills. What is Zay Jones is numbered to 75. And you've got a couple pieces of football, a couple pieces of fabric, and of course, you know, nice two-color piece up there on that upper corner. Oh, Warren Moon to 25. Little Hall of Fame Canton calligraphy. I like it. Now, if you are not familiar with franchise history, the Tennessee Titans are the former Houston Oilers, okay? So it went Houston Oilers, they moved, they were the Tennessee Oilers, then they stayed within Tennessee but changed again and became the Tennessee Titans after that move. So any card that comes out for the Oilers is awarded to the Titans because cards always stay with their franchise. All that info is in the listing down there in the special circumstances area. Although I'd say most of you probably know it already because it's pretty standard that breakers do it that way. This is numbered to 25, Adrian Peterson for the Cardinals. For the Texans to 99, Lamar Miller. Did y'all see that A.J. McCarron got set free today? He won his grievance, and so the Bengals have to let him go in free agency. He's finally getting out of there. He's so happy. Rodney Adams for the Minnesota Vikings. This is out of Prism Football with our little one-of-one printing plate. For the Seahawks, numbered 225, Earl Thomas. Dual-colored patch there. Pretty good size material. And it is the Team Supreme card set. Oh, rookie quad materials. This one's going to be signed by Mike Williams for the Chargers. It is numbered to 10. Awesome. Once again, I see a little chipping down here, maybe in lower left. Not a tremendous amount at all, but a little tiny bit. Of course, you've got your sticker autograph there in the middle. Nice 4-color patch there, 2-color, and then the single color up at the top. So nice hit for the Chargers with the Mike Williams to 10. This is numbered 250, and it is Dan Fouts, also for the Chargers. And the Raiders with Vanderodes. Did you guys see that? Oh, why am I blanking on his name? That's to 75. Their kicker that's been there for, oh gosh, like 17, 18 years. Is it Jankowski? Is that his last name? His first name is Sebastian. I think it's Jankowski is his last name. Anyway, the Raiders let him go. I was kind of sad to see that. Matt Stafford for the Lions, 2017 Elite Football. Of course, you can see this one's got all kinds of issues on the back of it. But again, that's just the nature of it because they are used in the actual printing process. Jared Goff. Oh, those are nice looking patches for the Rams. And this is numbered to 50. Both patches are dual colored. A is Jankowski. Okay, good. So I wasn't sure if that was his correct, if I was saying his last name correctly or not. Anyway, I was sorry that they let him go. Upper echelon, Taywan Taylor for the Titans. That's numbered to 99. Nice on-card auto, and I love his signature. It's one of my favorites out of this year's rookie class. And the poor guy, like, he doesn't want to retire, Jankowski, even though he's been in the league like 17, 18 years. So he's going to try to get on with another team. And, I mean, it was kind of sad, though, because he says, you know, he would have maybe taken a pay cut if he could have stayed with the Raiders. He didn't really want to leave and whatever. And especially because Gruden is the one who originally drafted him. Of course, Gruden's coming back, but nope, they kicked him to the curb. That is to 25 for the Bills. The Dolphins with Jarvis Landry to 99. Then Jay Ajayi for the Dolphins with an unparalleled black plate. Of course, all of our printing plates are 1 of 1s. Oh, Hines Ward, Pittsburgh Steelers. And Hines Ward, where's your number on here? Maybe it's not numbered. Oh, it is. It's over to the side. It's numbered to 25, Gridiron Gear. We pulled a nice Jerome Bettis material out of maybe the last case. Last case or the case before. Kenny Golladay for the Detroit Lions. That is to 99. Sticker auto. Nice 3-color patch, maybe part of a letter or a number. So see, Matt and Edward agree with me that Taywan Taylor's signature is awesome. I mean, I don't know. It probably takes him a while to sign it, but it's so worth it because it really is a cool signature. The other interesting signatures, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but J.J. Watt and T.J. Watt, their signatures are almost identical. So you have to assume that somebody probably designed their signatures. And I know that sounds crazy, but there are people that do that will design a particular signature for a celebrity or an athlete or whomever. I'm thinking maybe that's what happened with those Watt boys. This is to 75, Joe Theismann for the Redskins. Kevin Green to 25 for the 49ers. Our printing plate is Dan Marino for the Dolphins. So Dolphins with a couple of 1 of 1 printing plates. 2 or 3 anyway. A few anyway. So at least you're getting something out of here, Nick. That makes me feel better. Then we have a dual material coming up with Matt Stafford and Kenny Golladay. That is numbered to 50. Both of those patches are awesome. And yeah, I think if you are a Lions fan, you like that card. It's pretty cool. I saw the logo for the Texans. I got super excited for a minute. And it's still nice to pull Deonta Foreman to 99. But you know who I was looking for. I wanted to pull Deshaun Watson for you. But we got Foreman. And like our others, you know, there's maybe a little bit of, wear down there in our corners, but definitely not as bad as it has been some years. You know, last year's plates and patches, I think, had significantly more problems with that sort of thing right out of the box than this year's. This year's as a whole, they're coming out of the box looking better, I think, by far than they did last year. Tariq Cohen to 50 for the Bears. For the Bucks, Derek Brooks to 75. Our printing plate, Jordy Nelson for the Packers, certified football. Black plate 1 of 1. Here is the bus. Speaking of, look at that. We conjured him up. Oh, I love those patches. Those are so awesome. They are to 50. And as far as I'm concerned, Steelers, you just had 2 super awesome hits. I know you would like for them to be signed, but pulling Gridiron Gear for Hines Ward and the bus, I think is a good day at the office, so to speak. Mike Williams again for the Chargers, 1 of 5. Chargers, look at you go with that. That is sweet. It's a sticker. Most of our rookies in here are stickers for whatever reason. But still, 1 of 5 with that patch. I love it. Oh, good, Matt. You do like your Jerome Bettis. Good. I'm happy. I'm assuming it is you that has the Steelers. I think it probably is because you're talking about pulling the Steelers and now you're excited that we pulled them. So I think it's probably yours. Kian's dad's trying to conjure up Trubisky here, so we'll see if we can make it happen. This is numbered to 99 for the Jets with Forte. Then we have Duke Johnson to 50 for the Browns. Our printing plate is Josh Jones for the Packers. That is out of Panini Football. That is the wrong sleeve. And then, of course, all our printing plates are 1 of 1. Here is a bear, but it's not the bear you're looking for. Instead, we have numbered to 50. A little Jordan Howard relic. So I know it's not the bear you wanted, Kian's dad, but at least you have a Bears card, right? Oh, Jerome Bettis is your favorite Steeler of all time? Awesome, man. I'm so glad we pulled that for you. D.D. Westbrook coming out for the Jags, numbered to 99. Nice 4-color patch. Sticker auto. A handsome-looking card. All right, so we have 4 packs left. We have this printing plate there, which we'll have to do something with because it does have 2 different teams on it, and we'll have to see if we have the same or different team owners to figure out where that's going to go. For the Dolphins, 225, Jay Cutler. Andrew Luck for the Colts to 99. Is he ever coming back? Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? I don't know. Whatever's happened to his shoulder, you know what? They messed it up in surgery. I don't care what anybody says. Guy ends up having to disappear into Europe, after he supposedly was getting ready to start playing again. He comes back from Europe, and then it's still kind of all weird and secret, and now all of a sudden they're talking about maybe having to do something again. I don't know. Doesn't sound good. Tom Brady for the Patriots out of Phoenix Football, yellow plate, 1 of 1. There's a little money for the Pats. Some of those printing plates, guys, are still worth some dinero, and that Tom Brady will make you a little money. Rookie quad materials, New York Giants, Wayne Gallman, numbered to 75. A couple of pieces of football, nice 2-color patch in the bottom right, and single color patch in the left. And, all of these kind of have little dings, mostly down there in that left lower and left upper corner. So I don't know what's going on there, but that one's kind of like the others. Christian McCaffrey, Panthers to 25. And you know what? That is, to be numbered to 25, that's kind of a boring patch, right? I mean, I'm glad that it's low numbered. I'm glad we pulled it and it's signed, but I wish they had given us a little bit better patch than just the 1 color. This is a 50 Randall Cunningham for the Vikings. Three left. We still have not found our case hit printing plate, which will be the autographed one, so that's somewhere hiding in these last 3 boxes. Jeremy Shockey to 50 for the Saints. And that is Emmitt Smith to 75, Cardinals. Oh, I think we're getting ready to, we're going to have another Patriots printing plate. And this one is Rob Gronkowski out of Prestige Football. I don't see a whole lot of Patriots printing plates. I mean, obviously, they're out there, but there's not a lot of them. So to pull both Brady and Gronk out of this case is pretty good. Josh Dobbs for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, nice. 1 of 5, full coverage, Nike swoosh. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'm sure you're maybe wishing it was Juju Smith-Schuster instead, But I got to tell you what, I still think Josh Dobbs is going to be all right, man. I do. He's got to have a few years to learn in behind Big Ben, and the kid's smart, and he works hard, and I think we're going to be surprised by him. I've said that since we drafted him, and I'm going to keep sticking with it. Tyreek Hill, numbered to 25 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Couple of nice patches and a sticker auto. And what are we going to do with Johnny Manziel, man? Coming back in this sort of weird spring league thing. Like, I don't know what that's about. Of course, you knew as soon as he started hitting all the talk shows, like apologizing for everything and talking about how good he is now, that he was going to try to come back somewhere. Jimmy Garoppolo to 50 in his new San Francisco 49ers uniform. Followed by Solomon Thomas for the Niners to 75. A printing plate for Thurman Thomas, Buffalo Bills, out of Absolute Football. Falcons, Tevin Coleman, numbered to 25. Tricolor patch. Nice little hit for the Falcons. And yeah, again, same thing. You know, all these are kind of upper and lower left, way more so than upper and lower right. It's like, what did Panini do with these boxes that has them going that way? Ooh, we're about to pull us a pretty Matt Ryan. We pulled a pretty Matt Ryan signed to 10 or 12 the other day. And I guess it must have been to 15, huh? Because here's another one. Nick, do you have the Falcons tonight? Because you had them the other time we pulled the Matt Ryan. Do you have them tonight too? Because if you do, oh, yeah, this makes up for it, right? Is it? Because if you do, that's like you typing in there right now. You haven't pulled a single Falcon. So, yeah. Oh, now you have. Sweet. So you have 2 Matt Ryans to 15 that you've pulled out of plates and patches here in the last week, right? Am I right? You got the other one too, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. That's a pretty good ratio. There's 15 of them and you got 2 of them. You got almost that's like a percentage wise, that's a lot. This is numbered to 10. Alshon Jeffrey for the Eagles. For the Vikings, who don't want to go in the sleeve there, this is Brett Favre to 75. Printing plate, not signed, but it is Ryan Anderson for the Redskins out of Spectra. So that means our signed printing plate is still hanging around down underneath there. Well, look who we found for you, Kian's dad. You said Last Pack Mojo. Indeed, there is your quad materials for your Mitch Trubisky. It is numbered to 50. It's not signed, but look at those patches, man. All 4 of your patches are 3 color. So you got to be liking that card, right? Yeah, you got to be liking it. So it's like you guys just conjured it, right? Nick is typing in, he hasn't hit a single Falcon, and then there comes Matt Ryan to 15. Kian's dad's typing in, oh, it's the last pack, where's his Trubisky? And boom, there it was. The Ravens are going to walk away with a nice little autographed 1-of-1 printing plate. Ed Reed out of Donruss Football. And, of course, those are all right there on the plate. No sticker autos on these. So Ravens coming out there at the last minute with a nice little hit on the Ed Reed. And then finally, we have Nathan Peterman for the Buffalo Bills, upper echelon to 25. So that means before we recap, which we're going to do here in a second, but before we do that, we still have a printing plate here that we need to deal with. This is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. So first let's buzz back over here to the spreadsheet and see if we have the same or different, I used to be able to speak, team owners. So our Kansas City Chiefs are Billy Best Deals, and our Philadelphia Eagles, Edward Goyden 0. Edward Goyde 0. Did I get that right? I probably didn't get that right either. So yeah, we got to go to random for this, guys. And let's see, who is written on the top of that? The Chiefs. Okay, so this will go in as Kansas City and then Eagles, and it'll be the same format as before. I'll hit random 3 times. First 2 don't count. Third one tells us where the card is going. All right, so here's the first random, doesn't matter. Second doesn't matter. Third and final does. And there's 3 times. Our date and time stamp comes up, Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm going to mark that on here. And once again, guys, this is in a sleeve. I would never, ever write on your cards or your printing plates or your anything else. It's always going to be on a sleeve. But just as sure as I don't show it, somebody will freak out and send a message saying, you wrote on my stuff. Because you'd be surprised the things that people, you know, get crazy about. Edward, you out of here? All right, ma'am. Well, thank you. Hey, everybody that's taking off and not sticking around for the recap, thank you, guys. I appreciate you always breaking with me and bidding with me and chatting with me. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up here in the days ahead, including tomorrow night with the release of Select Football. We'll be busting a case of that. So I hope I'll catch you again for another break in the days ahead. But in the meantime, thanks for being part of this one. And let's recap. Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs, awarded this card by way of random. And then we have a nice little Spectra printing plate, Ryan Anderson for the Redskins. Thurman Thomas for the Bills out of Absolute Football. Gronk out of Prestige Football. Tom Brady out of Phoenix Football. Josh Jones for the Packers, Panini Football. Jordy Nelson for the Packers, Certified Football. Dan Marino for the Dolphins, out of Certified Football. Jay Ajayi for the Dolphins, out of Unparalleled Football. Matt Stafford, Lions, Elite Football. Rodney Adams, Vikings, out of Prism. Packers again, Jordy Nelson, out of Classics. So those are our unsigned printing plates. Our signed printing plate, of course, is here in this other stack. Now we'll review our materials. I'm not going to read off all the numbers on this one again, guys, so I'm just going to put them up there. Of course, as you saw and we talked about going through these, a number of them do have, oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I love that card. Big Nike swoosh there for Josh Dobbs. So most of these guys have some degree of edge and corner chipping or wear. It seems to be more so on the left-hand side than on the right for whatever reason. And nothing is completely outrageous, but it's certainly, you can see it. Certainly not going to come out and grade a 10, but I usually do just try to point that stuff out as we go along because it makes, you know, you like to know where your cards are coming to your house. You want to know kind of what you're getting. And I think most of the time it probably, anything major would show up on camera, but some of the minor stuff, maybe not as much. Matt Varner, I know. I love your Josh Dobbs card too. You did well with the Steelers tonight, I think. I mean, I realize you didn't get signatures, but the cards that you got, I love all 3 of the cards that you got. So I think, I mean, if I had been the one buying into this break with the Steelers, I would have been really happy with it. So, and I think you are too. So that makes me happy that you like what you pulled. I always like to pull good stuff for everybody. Nobody wants to have breaks where you get skunked, although goodness knows it definitely happens, but it's always better when we don't. So this was this case 3 of plates and patches, I want to say, is that right? So we've got 3 more left to open. And then I do have a handful of loose boxes that I bought the other day when I realized that this was going to be really hard to find. And I found some place that they were out of cases, but they had loose boxes left. So I bought a handful of those so we can do some, you know, 1-box breaks and stuff down the line with them or do mixers with them or something. But really, I would love to have had a whole lot more cases than I've been able to find and buy. But what are you going to do? Well, they don't let you buy as much as you want. They cut you off and tell you can't have any more and all that kind of stuff. So guys, that is it for tonight. I am going to run through our spreadsheet info again one more time real quickly for anybody who might not have seen it earlier, who maybe scrolled to the end and you're just watching the recap and you're interested. So we'll buzz through it again real quickly. Of course, that last screen was talking about the fact that my feedback is automated. This screen shows all of the fun stuff that we're going to be breaking in the days ahead. Of course, tomorrow night, again, remember Select Football comes out, so we'll be buzzing into that right away starting tomorrow night. And there's our shipping info. And that's it. So thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Until then, happy breaking. I hope you have good pulls wherever you go. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.